Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about the surface area of cylinders, so similar to the problems that you see up on the screen. Just a reminder, this is the normal version. If you'd like the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly, I will link that in the description below. Okay, your Ricasso Recap starts now. In 30 seconds or less, here's what you need to know before you start this lesson. Firstly, you should already be familiar with net diagrams. Secondly, you should know how to find the area of rectangles. And lastly, you should know how to find the area of circles. If you would like refreshers on any of these three topics, I will link those in the description below. Some refresher videos, please go watch those before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So it says a cylinder is shown, and then it's asking you for the net for the cylinder. So a cylinder has a circle on the bottom, a circle on the top, and then a rectangle in the middle. So the only difference between these two nets is this right here, this 5 pi and 10 pi inches. And so what we really need to focus on here is, how do I know for the rectangle? All right, I know this side is 14, but how do I know what this side is down here? And the easiest way to say it is just that it is 2 times pi times the radius. Okay, so in this case, we should already know that the radius is 5, so it's like saying 2 times pi times 5, multiply the 2 and 5, which would give me 10 times pi. And so there's only one right answer here. This is our correct answer because it has the 10 pi. This is the wrong answer. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. For the first problem here is the work. You should have said that the net on the left was correct. And for the second problem, remember that there are two circles, right? There's a circle on the top and a circle on the bottom. So this one over here is missing a whole circle. So the one on the left is also correct. Now, how do we actually calculate the surface area? Well, we're going to talk through sort of two ways here. Let's start with just thinking about the fact that, I need a different color. Okay, we said that there's a circle on the top, there's a circle on the bottom, and there's a rectangle. So off on the side here, let's talk about this. Let's call this the top circle. Then we're going to do the bottom circle, and then we're going to do the rectangle in the middle. And remember, this is surface area, so we're just finding area. Surface area means, like, if I were to cover this cylinder with wrapping paper, how much wrapping paper would I need? And so you have to cover the two circles and then the rectangle. So let's talk about the top circle first. We know it's pi r squared for the area of a circle. We should know that already. So this is going to be pi times 3 squared. And we're going to use 3.14 for all of our pi calculations in this lesson. So that's going to give me 28.26. The bottom circle is the same, so this is also 28.26. And now the rectangle, if we were to draw a rectangle, we know this side is 9, and we said this is 2 pi r. So this would be 2 times pi times 3, which is 6 pi. And so now, to find the area of a rectangle, we do this times this, length times width, base times height. And so 6 pi times 9 will give us, and remember using 3.14, will give us 169.56. And now we just add up our numbers. 28.26, 28.26, 169.56. When you add them all together, you get 226.08. Notice the problem said round to the nearest tenth. So rounding, we should get 226.1. Final answer. Now, one other way that some of y'all might like, and it's a little bit faster, okay? Let's come back to our original drawing here. And let's remember that there's going to be two circles and one rectangle. For the circles, we're doing pi r squared and pi r squared, but there's two of them. So we're going to do 2 pi r squared plus, and then we're adding the rectangle, which we already said is the height of the cylinder, that's the 9, times 2 pi r. And so if you want just a straight formula, it's 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. You just sort of multiply all these together and then add. And this will give you the same answer. Okay, if you plug in the numbers, which let's make this a little bit nicer by doing this. So if you do 2 times 3.14 times 3 squared plus 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 9, right? Just putting in all the numbers. If you plug that into a calculator, you'll get the same exact answer. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video, try these 2 on your own. When you're ready, unpause and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, here is the work. Your final answer should have been 803.8. And for the second problem, here is the work. Your final answer should have been 282.6. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.